This is Chief Heinberg. We're going to continue the conversation with Joseph. He was talking about how he became homeless after he lost his son.
Um, so yeah, it made me question everything, especially when it got when my behavior and my affection towards my wife became completely opposite of what my mother and my father had raised me to be. Um, and I never understood how I could become something like that. And so,
Are you still married?
yes,
So you still have a good relationship, but this had to affect your wife as well.
yes, and see, the the separation that I believe um, whoever's doing this, taking the little children into the room and separating our idea of love and opening up with one another like we are right now, um, I didn't know how to be there for my wife. And, and in truth, I actually didn't want to be there for her. I wanted her to be there for me, and that's it. And I was very selfish, and I'm not going to speak on anybody else um, and how they would act in that situation, but that's what I believe uh, it to stem from. And that's and there's no excuse for anything that any of my actions. It's just this goes a lot deeper than just like the police state and you know.
It's really difficult to function out here if you're poor or you're homeless like we are,
Oh man.
and we have a different way of coping. We have different objectives. You're married, I'm not, and I'm trying to get out of the country. I'm trying to do a lot of different things, but there's so many different obstacles set in front of us just to function in a normal way.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
yesterday, just like to shower, the things I went through in order to shower, and because the health clubs are closed for 2 months now,
Oh man.
and the parks are closed, and I had a water bottle, the spray water bottle. I used that outside. I went to a hidden area, and I got a washcloth and some shampoo.
And you're subjecting yourself to trespassing at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of these people will call.
Yeah, and exposure, and I had to make sure that no one's watching. I have the two carts with my signs. I'm kind of blocking myself, and I'm out by the 210, and I'm pretty sure that no one's actually seeing my genitals, but I'm really worried about it. And
Because
but
people
I
will.
have to clean myself. I use baby wipes every day, but that's not enough. You have to
No.
use soap and water,
Yeah.
and I don't want to get sick. And we're told to wear masks all the time, and that we're ordered like we go into any business. There's a huge fine. I think it's a
When we're
thousand
allowed in a
dollars.
business.
Yeah,
Sorry for interrupting.
and then when you wear this mask all the time, you're much more likely the microorganisms have a environment to replicate in,
Yes.
and it's getting sickening. Like how long is this going to go on? It's going to, like they're saying, like maybe another month, and then if there's a second wave or third wave, maybe 18 months, and then we have to take this dangerous vaccine and get an implant to prove that we've had it. We can't leave the home, and
Our immune systems do all that for us,
yeah.
man. Again, I apologize for interrupting. It's just, you're right.
Okay, so with your situation right now, I'll tell you a little bit about what's really difficult for me. How are things for you? Like this is an even more difficult time because of the restrictions. So many things are closed. We can't go to the library, can't charge a phone, can't get a Wi-Fi. Um, how are you and your wife coping with all this?
I mean, actually, I haven't. She wound up moving to Texas with her mom.
So it ruined your
After,
relationship.
yeah, in a sense. Yeah, yeah, it did. It's just you gotta hold the faith, you know. Because I know that I love her and she loves me. There's just this. We were both raised completely different. And I was raised. I'm 24 years old. She's 23. I mean, I was raised by parents that were in their late 50s. My dad's in his 70s right now, retired United States full bird Marine Colonel. My mom was a nurse in Vietnam. Like they were married from 16 until my mom passed away. So I mean, and then not to speak negative on her family, it's just the way that we were raised is completely different. And it's, but to answer your question, as far as right now, it's I mean, it sucks when you got to go to the bathroom and you got to walk 6 miles
Yeah.
sometimes, dude. You know what I mean?
what I do is I get these cups. I get ramen every day from Ralph's, and I put seasonings in it, and they give me water from the Starbucks in there. It's not microwave; it's hot water, and then I save it. I pour the water in the cup, the ramen soup, and I save it, and I urinate in those, and I just throw it in the street. And I put a lid on it, and then I throw it out that morning, and I get another one. And if I can't make it to the grocery store, Ralph's grocery store, or Ralph's to use the bathroom, if there's an emergency, I have the plastic bag, and I've got the baby wipes, and I have to do that. It's so humiliating, that
Yeah.
right now, in order to shampoo, what I have to do is I have this Pantene dry shampoo, and you spray it in your hair and you comb it out. And it doesn't do a very good job. I mean, I've got to stay as clean as I can, but it's a sickening situation where the society is so poor. We've got a huge number of poor people and homeless people who are sleeping on sidewalks, sleeping in cars,
don't have
and
to.
we don't have showers. You can go to Jackie Robinson Center. It's like these outhouses they have for showers. 5 minutes. I wouldn't have time to take off my clothes and put them back on in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
How can you do it?
And people don't understand. I mean, maybe people do understand, but we are literally at an atomic, subatomic level product of our environment. When we are spending literally 24/7 out in the streets, to get a little bit of this dirt off right here is going to take 5 minutes in the shower. If that, it's probably going to take 10 minutes to get, because and this goes to the whole Sal and Jacob and how he got his hair, is basically his mother gave him a period juice, rubbed it on his skin, and went out into the environment and got the environment so his hair got thicker. That's the only way that your father could truly understand, you know what I mean? And I only realized that when I took my blood and wiped myself. Like, you know, it's just gotta stop, because this is just ridiculous. Like, I don't.
People have to earn money. Like I'm at the point now. I'm going to be 62 on
That's
September
insane.
15th, and people have to earn money. I have money. They took it away from me in Chicago civil asset forfeiture. I'm trying to get to Europe, like Monaco. I have money there. They weren't able to get it. But if I was a younger man, and like you are, there, you can't just get a job because the jobs are $14 an hour, and it costs $1,000 to rent a room somewhere, and you're going to be homeless if you work at one of the department stores in Old Town or restaurant.
And I can't smell like shit.
Yeah.
Go walk in there.
So the situation is, there's got to be a way for people to earn money, and I just don't see how that's possible. The society is set up in such a way now that most people in California are poor.
If everybody, and I believe 100% this is why they made the silver dollar, and they only made the silver dollar, is because it's a choice to be out here. And it really is. I made a choice to stay out here. Now, the oppression that held me down out here, that's not my choice. I came out here, I saw it, oh, it's awesome, I'm done with the streets. But it's like, no, you can't come back in. If everybody gave $1, literally $1, everybody, if all these people that were walking by here and gave $1, that's it, to you and to me, within a day. That's how this society is built, is for foreigners or domestic to start from the bottom and be supported by our people. And that would give us enough, if you and I decided to, let's say 1,000 people walk by in a day, that's $1,000, that's $1,000. That's enough to go get a spot, or enough to get a car. So now we can start doing stuff on our own. But see, people don't give a shit about anybody else. It's all just about, even if everybody just gave 50 cents, literally 50 cents, that's how this economy was built. It's so that we could help foreigners and domestic, just like the whole terrorism thing, foreign and domestic. We're supposed to support each other, come together, and it's... Honestly, if more people gave money, I probably wouldn't do drugs. Because it's easier to go and get something, not from somebody, but a store, and get a quick fix to forget about all this shit, than if somebody just stuck their hand out and showed a little bit of affection.
I know you have it tough. I know that
We all do it.
you
It's
take
not just,
you scavenge for metal, and you get a little bit. Do you take it out to Monrovia?
no.
I know there's a recycling center there. I don't recycle myself, but I go out to a couple of stores out there. I go to the Home Depot sometimes, or I go to Walmart. And as soon as you get off the train at Monrovia, there's this giant recycling center.
Yeah, okay. I didn't
Yeah,
know that's what that was.
yeah. And so, where do you take it?
Usually down towards like Highland Park.
Highland Park?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, think about that, dude. And by the time you're done getting the metal, that's 60 to 100 pounds, depending on, and that's like 2 days of work, of walking, of just non-stop walking. And I mean, you do it with this. So I'm not trying to say that I trust me, dude. Your years of wisdom and like you should not be out here at all.
Yeah.
Like that's just nuts to me. That pisses me off, dude. That it's just crazy. Nevertheless, it's like, so once I'm done with that, then I'm dog tired and like we were talking about, we have about 2 inches of sweat that we just allowed to absorb into our skin, and we're not getting a shower. You know, I mean, I've seen people with staph infections that, man, when I was wrestling in high school, on varsity, like for a tiny little staph infection, they were going to the hospital. But these people out here, man, their immune systems are so strong because of this. They'll have a staph infection that's eating up their entire leg, and they're just like, whatever, dude. You know, just walking off, like, whatever, it'll be done in a week.
Yeah,
But then they're left with a scar that's like the size of fucking Here to Kingdom Come.
yeah.
But I mean, it's like, it's just like, people think that I wasn't a drug addict. I'm not a drug addict. I was working heating and air 6 days a week. I had a company van that I was taking home. I had $10,000 in the savings
You had
account.
your own company?
Not my own company, but the company allowed me to. I had that much trust with this company. We were traveling from San Fernando Valley all the way out to San Diego. I mean, I was working 10, 11 hours a day. And it was just like, to this.
I think the only way that you can actually earn money is by somehow or another starting your own company, like providing something that people will pay you for. Because if you work for someone else, you're going to get minimum wage, and minimum wage is not going to be enough. But you know, they don't teach you this in school. I was reading this. There was this video I saw on LinkedIn where this little Chinese boy in Hong Kong asked his father. He said, "Like, I've been in school. You know, I'm 10 years old. They've never taught us how to make money." And say, "Well, they don't tell you how to get a job." And he said, you know, he worked for the government, and they're poor, and that's all that you can do. But he found this one kid in school who had a wealthy father, and he helped him. He taught him how to earn money instead of have a job, and then he became wealthy. But here's the thing: he wanted to be paid for that, and the guy said, "No, if I pay you, you're an employee. But if you just if you observe me, I'll be your teacher." And now he's got like $600 million. So, but no one teaches us how to earn money. We just have to be slaves. Like everybody, you've got the. I want to be careful. I don't want to be censored here, but the top 20% are Jews. Yeah. And so they want us to do their work for them. And if you ever make a lot of money, if you're successful, they knock you down and take it away from you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's got to be, I mean, coming up, we're at 14 minutes, we got maybe do another one after this, but there's got to be a solution. There are too many poor people out here. It's causing huge problems. They're making a big deal out of the flu, and the flu is not even close to being the biggest problem in this country or in California. And you're just talking about diseases. I was reading the World Health Organization said that 1 million people a year die from mosquito bites, the diseases that cause, and we don't shut down any businesses for that. So why are we shutting it down for the flu?
Because this time period, it's 2020. Apparently, that's a big thing. However, nevertheless, they're scared. Like I said, they have no authority. There's an entity here that they are scared of, and you know, I'll just say to the top 20 that are listening, there's been a lot of mating going on out here to these people that you guys have oppressed, and
I gotta cut you off there.